Republican, Congressman Pat Harrigan. Congressman, great to have you on. You kind of heard there CNN kind of dragging in an analyst to say the weapons, well, they didn't really do what they were supposed to do in Iran. But I want to counter that because Condoleezza Rice was on special report tonight and she said the following. Watch.
I think all of the evidence is that it was substantially, significantly damaged to the place that, for a while at least, it will be hard to build a nuclear weapon. And I just want to say, Brett, to have a low confidence assessment come out 24 hours later, it was kind of irresponsible. And so I hope people will put that aside and look at the overwhelming evidence that indeed this set Iran back significantly.
I mean, the two takeaways in that, Congressman, is she said low confidence she would never run with something like that. She also said significantly all the intel experts agree on this. What do you think?
Let me just take a step back with you, Trace, and it's always great to be with you. A week and a half ago, CNN put out a report that said Iran was years away from making a nuclear bomb. Today, after dropping 400,000 pounds of explosives on their nuclear facilities on Saturday, they're now saying that perhaps things have accelerated and Iran is only a couple days away from making a bomb because we actually took action. As if the 400,000 pounds of munitions that we dropped on their nuclear facilities somehow rapidly increased the enrichment of the uranium that they had. At this point, you cannot believe anything that CNN is reporting on this topic. It is completely fake news.
Meantime, we have Real Clear Defense writing the following here, quoting, strategically, the strikes appear designed to reestablish deterrence, signaling to both Iran and U.S. allies that the United States remains willing to use force to prevent nuclear proliferation. I think it's notable. They went on to talk about diplomacy. Maybe he gave up on diplomacy too early. I think he gave diplomacy a good try. I mean, I don't know about you, but it was 60 days, and then he tried it again, and he tried for a third time in diplomacy, and they said no. What do you think?
I mean, it was basically biblical 7 times, 70 times that President Trump tried to give Iran a diplomatic off-ramp. He even took those last 3 days to try to give them another one, and all they did was escalate their rhetoric and become increasingly belligerent and actually threaten to attack both Israel and the United States of America in the process. No, President Trump acted at exactly the right moment, given the response that Iran gave him. They gave him no other option.
I want to put this up on the screen because this is your legislation. This is called the FAFO Act. It does not stand for F around and find out. It instead stands for Foreign Adversary Federal Offense. There's a list of things that goes on. Instead of me reading them, explain what the goal here is, Congressman.
Look, the goal is very simple. If you steal our secrets, you are going to pay a very high price. For far too long in this country, we've taken folks who are guilty of industrial or military espionage, and we've given them plea deals, put them in jail for 1 or 2 years, or just sent them back to their home country. We are not disincentivizing the behavior that has stolen trillions of dollars worth of intellectual property that drives the future of our market economy as well as the future of our defense, and we have to stop that right now. We're doing that with unbelievably difficult mandatory penalties, 10 to 15 years in prison, multi-million-dollar fines if you're a corporation that aids and abets our foreign adversaries to steal our secrets, and we're protecting our critical infrastructure.
I got to go 10 seconds, but would you want the person who leaked the intel on the Iranian strikes to be prosecuted?
Yes, absolutely, no question about it. When you're in Congress, you make a pledge to the American people that you're going to protect American secrets. That is not what happened with the Democratic colleagues in Congress. We've got to find out who exactly was responsible and hold them accountable.
Yeah. North Carolina Congressman Pat Harrigan, thank you for coming on, sir. We appreciate it.
Thanks for having me, Trace.